right, and we are live. The AMP crew is back. 2 years in the waiting, Patrick Fry.
Almost 2 years, I think. It was probably, September of 2019 was our last show. And, due to, personal, busyness in life or whatever you want to call it, we decided to go on hiatus. We didn't know how long we were going to go on hiatus for, but the good news is the hiatus is just about over, as tomorrow we're going to, start our second, I don't know what you want to call it, the second era of the AverageMarks as we, do episode, I think it's 94.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing it every Thursday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time or Central whatever time. Central Time. We'll just call it that. Every Thursday. And we're going to be talking some pro wrestling. And, today we're going to do a match reaction just to test out our equipment. We got a new little setup here and everything. So we're just testing out our equipment. So, David, tell us or tell everybody, what are we going to be doing today? What are we going to be watching and reacting to?
Before that, Patrick, let's get paid from our sponsor.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm excited, and I joked before we came on. I was like, let's see if I remember how to do this. I haven't done this in so long, and look at me. I'm already forgetting about the bills we got to pay. So go ahead, man.
Look, down at the bottom of the screen, you see the crawl. You can get 10% off your entire order. And I was looking at the collarandelbowbrand.com website, and I went to clearance because they usually have some great clearance sales. And right now, you can get the NWO Wolfpack shirt for $13.99 plus 10% off. And that's on your whole order. If you get 12 shirts, you're getting 10% off on the entire thing with the code at checkout. One word, the AverageMarks. 10% off. Go check it out. collarandelbowbrand.com. All right. So we are going to, let's see. Whoa.
We
kind of cut off my face.
We got the whole screen going here now.
There we go.
There we go. That looks better.
See, we got to work all these kinks out, Patrick.
Yeah, we're new. We took all this time off, and the new platform we're using here, we're not used to as well. So we got to work out the kinks there too. So that's sort of why we're doing this thing here today. We're gonna test out work out all the kinks, and also give you guys some content while we're at it. And we're gonna watch this match that I will say I've never seen this match. I don't think I've ever seen either one of these guys wrestle. So everything, all my reaction is going to be, I guess you could say, all natural or whatever the case may be, or organic, whatever word you want to use. Never seen either of these guys wrestle, and never seen this match. Have you seen this match before?
No, I have not. Like I was telling you at work the other day, I have been, I guess, what's the word that I'm looking for here? I haven't been doing my duties watching the MLW. I haven't been a true fan. I've been keeping up for almost a year and a half, and for the last few months, I haven't watched any MLW on YouTube. And I knew this bout was coming up, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to leave this for our first reaction video, because these two guys, even though they're heavyweights, they're both 300 plus. They move around like cruiserweights. So I'd imagine this match is going to be absolutely amazing. So we're going to review, we're going to react, and have our minds blown, I think, by the champion Jacob Fatu versus challenger Calvin Tankman for the World Heavyweight Championship at MLW. And Patrick, I hope this really gets you pumped up for MLW and you start watching their YouTube channel, because their weekly show is fantastic.
Yeah, I know you're a big mark for MLW, and I do want to say this. I wanted to say this right when we came on, and I completely forgot. But the music we had to the countdown, I'm a huge mark for, by the way. So definitely love that music. Keep that going. I like that. But yes, let's go ahead now, and you ready to check out this match. But as you were saying, yeah, MLW, I know you're a huge mark. So, yeah. And you say how the product is really, really good and everything. So definitely have to give it a shot. All right, this is one of the guys. Okay, Calvin Tankman.
Yeah, heavyweight hustle, Calvin Tankman. This guy's a brute.
Introducing first, he is fighting out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, hopping up on that apron there with a little pep in his step. So
some of these Louisiana promoters down here need to hook us up with some heavyweight hustle.
So Saint Laurent,
Does he have like
we
a
got
grill
word that
going right
Calvin
there, or?
Tankman is coming
Yeah, that's
in,
his,
but has some issues
his mouthpiece
heading
is-
into
looks
this
like a grill.
championship
Okay.
affair.
Interesting.
And his opponent, he is fighting out of Samoa.
Oh, we got these stupid ads.
Oh, you gotta be
I'm
kidding
Nick
me.
Niven, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6
Look at that.
years, I've been
We're
watching
using
What are the odds?
He's talking
What are the
about
odds,
StreamYard. A-hole.
What are the odds? So Jacob Fatu, excuse my ignorance, but is he related to Rikishi? Is he his son, or?
I think he is the Usos' cousin.
Okay.
But yeah, he's
I
from
figured with the last
Fatu
name
family.
Fatu, he had to have some sort of relation to Rikishi, or obviously that family.
Yeah, there
So he's the
are
world
rumors,
heavyweight champion.
Ray, like
Yeah,
you
he's been their
referenced,
champ
the
for about
issues
2
with
years now,
Tankman. There
and
are
I don't
long
see
run
how
there. That's a heck of a
anybody
poisoning earlier in
can
the
take
week.
him
That's a
out.
long
He
time to
says
have a
he's
world
fine.
title
You
in
gotta
pro
wonder,
wrestling.
though, is he fully
He's just that
rehydrated?
bad of a
Could he
dude,
play
man.
a role stamina-wise? And let's face it,
I would
this is
imagine
now a
his
few
contract
times
has to be
that
ironclad
Contra has
for
had a huge
AEW
match,
or
and by
WWE not to have this guy right
the
now.
opponent
Yeah.
has had food poisoning heading into the match.
Who's the
I don't
guy,
know who's watching their
with the
food
flag
and water
there?
during fight week. You
His
know, a
name
lot of
is Mods
fighters actually
Kruger.
hire security to protect
guessing
the
that's
Oh,
his
wait, no,
muscle
that's
or
Davari.
his
a big fight.
Well, Jacob
manager maybe
Fatu
or
has
something?
been
No,
involved
Davari
in
is
8 big
part of
fights.
their
He's
faction.
been the champion of the world
He
since
used to wrestle for
July 6th
Impact.
of 2019. He has pinned all 8 opponents that he's defended that championship against.
He just signed,
Fatu at 300 pounds.
probably
He is the
a month and a half
kingpin
ago.
of Contra.
The Contra
And
unit
Fatu
recruited him.
knows that he's in for a war, but this man has been absolutely dominant in
Jacob
MLW.
Fatu
When you look at
versus
the power,
what was the other guy's
that
name?
Contra
I can't
wields,
remember.
Calvin
when you
Tankman.
look at the fear
Alvin
that they instill,
Tankman?
Calvin?
not just into
Calvin.
the wrestlers in the locker room, not just into the
I
fans
think,
of the arenas,
I'm
but
hearing
fans all over
the
the world that watch
videos
MLW
volume a little
Fusion.
bit. It seems like it's a little bit
much
higher than your
of that
volume, but
perception
maybe I
is
can.
based around the
No,
fact
never mind. I
that
can't
they control
do anything. So
the
I don't know if
heavyweight
you can
championship
like
of the world.
turn
that
up your
Fatu
volume
has
just a little
been
bit.
Absolutely
Check,
dominant
check, check.
against everybody he's
All right, I
faced,
think you're
and it's
good.
never
A little bit
looked
louder?
like
Like I said, you just
anyone
need to
can
turn
take
up
that
just a
title
little
from him
bit.
in almost 2 years in.
A little bit more?
To this
No, you're good
historic
now, I
reign.
think.
The
Okay.
young upstart, the undefeated Calvin Tankman.
It's just they're
one of the
talking
most
and you're
impressive
talking,
big
so
men
it's,
we've ever seen in MLW.
it can get-
He
it can
could
distract
end the
me at
streak
times.
tonight in the biggest
All
heavyweight
right, world
fight
title
in
match
MLW
here.
history.
Turn down this a little bit. I
The
guess.
electricity
There we go.
in the air here is at a fever
That's
pitch
that's
in
perfect.
Orlando. The
At a
main
fever
event of
pitch, they
Never
say.
Say Never.
Here we go. Lock up, baby.
To Calvin Tankman, we are underway.
Tankman's got a little bit more, the size advantage. It looks like.
Yeah, he's a little bit closer to 4.
I noticed Jacob Fatu is not wearing any shoes.
Yeah. And Fatu dropped some weight this year, too.
What do you think what's that weight right there? You would say.
He's billed at 300.
Anybody who is anybody wants to
Who
be
knows
here
if that's
to
right.
observe
He does not look
this
300
prize
pounds,
fight.
at least in this video. I mean, he might be a solid. To me, he looks a solid 260, 270, 280 in that range. Unless he's just taller, and I'm not. He might be a taller guy. As Tankman there. Yep, the size advantage right there. And Davari, so this guy's name is Davari. It's not the Davari that was in WWE, huh?
Not for sure. I do know that
Looks
before
like him,
he
but-
came to MLW, he came from Impact.
Well, either way, this Davari guy, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked up.
And Ray, earlier you mentioned all the huge title defenses that Fatu has had.
I like how they give like their program like a shoot fight feel, like with that
Yeah.
little counter up at the top with their names and everything. Kind of looks like
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, I like the timer, and especially
you got to be.
it's
Dog,
gonna continue to do this.
how many ads is MLW putting on this thing?
And man, let them make their money. Uh-oh, here
We
we
need to
go.
make some money. Go to collarandelbowbrand.com and buy a shirt. You get 10% off.
All right. Tankman here using the, hopping up on that second rope, doing a little arm drag.
And now with the full head of steam is Calvin Tankman.
Fatu
Strong ropes.
obviously has never faced
Oh,
someone
yeah.
with the kind of combination of size and speed that Tankman has, that frankly Fatu has. Fatu, a freak
Is
of
that a
nature,
disco ball up
never
there?
thought he would face someone
Yeah,
who could bring to the
they're like
table
filming in
what
a
Fatu
club.
brings, and that's what
Oh, that's
Tankman is.
awesome.
A
Like in
little bit
Miami, I
heavier,
think.
But really, they match up so
You need to put
evenly,
wrestling
and
back in
Fatu
clubs like
frankly
that.
looks shocked here
Let's have a
in the
crowd
reveal.
there and
When have you
all
ever
drunk
seen
and
Fatu
be awesome.
handle like this
I feel like
ever in a
MLW
match?
would be
A headbutt
the
there for Fatu.
organization that could pull
Fatu
something off
is
like that.
going
Oh, damn,
to
okay.
the air,
Yeah,
and
that's
he
that's
takes out
that's
Calvin
usually where
Tankman.
they do like their
And this is a
home
chance
crowd
for
shows
us to
too.
find out how truly
Jacob
great
Fatu there off the top rope.
Fatu is,
Yeah.
because until you are tested, until you meet your match, as he hits a big super kick.
I
to
don't
the
know
face,
if I
until
wonder
you
if it's
meet your match,
easier
you never have
to
dig
jump off the
down
ropes
and
like
see
that
what
with
kind
or
of
without
control you truly
shoes.
have. And we will find out tonight, both about Fatu
Wonder if like
I
not
don't know.
having
I'd
shoes
feel more
makes it.
comfortable doing it with shoes.
Jacob
Yeah, I
Fatu
guess, but I don't. I
entering
really. I mean,
Heavyweight
I don't know if
champion
there's an
that
advantage or
MLW has
disadvantage to
ever
either
seen,
one. So
but Calvin
it'd be
Tankman,
a
the rookie,
be an interesting
he
question to
believes in
ask
himself, and
somebody.
he feels
I guess
this is going to be a banner year for him.
because not
We
many
need to try
people
to get
obviously
Fatu on
wrestle
the
without
show.
shoes. Do what?
We need to try to get Fatu on the show.
Try to affect the breathing. Both these men, large. Both these men, quick on their feet. But as the match goes on, you know that stamina is going to play a factor, especially if it's true that Tankman had food poisoning earlier in the week as he gets the foot up there. Oh, but what a counter from the champion with the Samoan drop.
I thought for a second his head was going to go back and hit the mat Fatu.
Oh man, if he had food poisoning, dog, the last time I had food poisoning, I thought I was going to die. I can't imagine wrestling a match after I got better from food poisoning.
One of the announcers said that one of them had food poisoning.
Yeah, Tankman.
Like, when did he have it? I didn't hear what
They
the.
said earlier on in the week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he might be feeling better by now. I don't know how long food poisoning has. I don't know if I've ever really had food poisoning, but I know I've gotten sick after eating food, but usually I was sick the next morning and it was good.
Yeah.
Calvin Tankman seeing what, and he responds with a chop on the chest of Jacob Fatu.
Oh, back to the throat, though, goes Fatu. You know, that's one of the things about that throat thrust that's so hard to tell from the position of the referee. Was it to the throat? Was it to the chin? We both know.
Chest starting to get a little red there. They've been doing some chops.
The ref's going to let it slide.
They've been chopping it up a little bit.
Because I don't even know if that's legal by chance. I don't know if Joseph Samael is paying off those within MLW to get away with that, but I really wonder if that's illegal.
Hopefully we're getting the best of Calvin Tankman here, because I would hate the first time that you see Calvin Tankman and he's not at 100%.
Yeah. They're also still the early portions of the match, so they'll start to turn it up.
Yeah, we still got 8 YouTube ads to go.
Is Jacob Fatu. He's violent, and Calvin Tankman is feeling those effects. And there's a big right hand on the left side of the temple.
Oh, here comes another one.
Calvin Tankman.
Every day, I die over and over again.
And Fatu with the head of steam.
Yeah, doing a great job of following up, creating some space, and then closing it quickly.
What is the? You have any idea what that flag is? Is that like the
That's their
Samoan
Contra
flag?
flag.
or-
Oh my goodness.
That's the flag of their faction.
Step back off
Oh,
the
okay.
bottom turnbuckle, and Calvin
They kind of bill
Tankman
themselves as kind of like a
has
paramilitary type
been
faction.
Quite a bit in this match physically.
Yeah, this is twice now that we've seen Fatu hit a big high-impact move and then quickly followed up with a kick to the face. You already have your opponent stunned. Why not sneak in another big blow to the jaw if you can? And now the nerve hold. This has been taught by the Fatu family for generations.
massaging him.
Nobody on planet Earth has mastered this nerve hold the way that Jacob Fatu has, and Calvin Tankman in clear agony.
Well, this is when Calvin Tankman, you have to
Come on,
wonder,
Calvin,
thinking
show us
about
something, man.
his children back home in
Calvin
Indianapolis,
came out on the
Indiana,
offensive early.
his family, why he
But
does
then
this, the
once
ability to
Jacob
change
Fatu
his
kind of
life if he's able
took
to
over,
be the
he's been in
champion
control
and
since
start a
then.
new era
But here we
in
go.
MLW.
Tankman's about to do something. Or not. Ooh, Lord.
Negative.
What a shot there by Jacob Fatu.
Calvin recently had a match with
Calvin
Laredo
Tankman
Kid.
rushing to the canvas.
He was flying around just like a Laredo Kid. It was amazing.
Fatu and Tankman. Fatu getting the better of it with the back elbow. And you see Fatu. The confidence is building. more and more. Maybe a little flustered that in the early going he had finally met his match after 2 years of dominance, but now Fatu feels like he has things in control.
Could the end be near by Calvin Tankman? Jacob Fatu sensing, but Calvin Tankman.
They've only got
has
one
risen to his
guy
feet.
that believably could beat Fatu on their roster, and
In the center of the
for like 2 years they've kept them away from each other. They haven't fought.
With the right hands, who's gonna
Maybe they're
go down
saving it. They're
first?
building it up.
Tankman kind of changing things up here with the
Like he's been
Fatu sticking with the traditional
Alexander
punches.
Hammerstone has been feuding with other members of Contra, but never with
For
Fatu.
the most coveted prize in MLW. And what strikes there by Calvin Tankman?
Yeah, Fatu able to get out of the way of the spinning back fist.
Oh, here we go.
Not able to get out of the way of the pounce. Bombs away from Calvin Tankman.
Calvin Tankman, heavyweight hustle. Could he be hustling his way to becoming the champion of the world?
Uh-oh.
Imagine this guy flying
Let's
towards
go. All right. Hey, there's nothing I love more. Well, there might be a few things, but when big men, you see them hit them ropes and your opponent's standing outside and you know they're about to go flying either through or over the ropes. I love that. That is one of my favorite things, when especially them big. Look at this little running moonsault.
Yeah, he's a crazy athlete.
Yeah, because he's a relatively big boy. He looks a little like kind of like me before I went back to the gym.
But Calvin Tankman's got to stay focused. You
He's
can't
got that belly.
200 pounds less than me, so.
to making history.
Calvin Tankman can change his life if he's able to finish the job against Jacob Fatu.
Uh-oh.
And a kick to the back of the head.
A little reverse there. Here we go. Oh, what's this? Oh, my Lord. These dudes are backflipping, and, of course, Fatu looks like a guy who, you know, like you say, he's built at 300, but he doesn't look 300, at least not right here. The other guy I can easily believe is 300.
Fatu's got a finishing move from the top rope that's absolutely amazing. Can't wait for you to see it.
Pulling out all the stops, having to dig deep into the bag of tricks if he wants to retain the title against Calvin Tankman.
Jacob Fatu.
Wonder who bled on the match earlier. I mean, who bled on the mat earlier. Blood everywhere.
Yeah, I see that now.
Not to
I
go
would have
back
never
to that
noticed
show.
had you not pointed it out.
Sends Fatu to the ropes, picks him up, and he hits him with the
Oh.
spinning back elbow. And now Tankman picks up Fatu, and he drops him with a backbreaker. Fatu in some trouble, and he turns him inside out.
Good sell.
Do we have a new champion here? No. How did Fatu
2 3/4.
get out of that?
Tankman over and over, knocking down the champion. We've seen drop kicks. We've seen everything. Great agility from Calvin Tankman, but Fatu somehow,
10 minutes in, here we
some
go.
way, continues
Now is
to
when it's
kick
just- it's
out.
gonna really
And
start
I don't
picking
know
up.
What Tankman's got left. You mentioned the Tankman driver. Can he get Fatu up?
And now here's Davari. What's Davari doing in there? Get him out of there, ref. Come on now. And
Oh,
now
all right.
Tankman unloads
Broken
a
eye
bunch of
socket.
I mean, he walked right into it.
But wait a minute,
Uh-oh.
turn your back, turn around, Tankman. The flag to the side of the
And, of
head.
course, the
No,
ref
not
never
like
saw
this.
it.
Not like this. Come on now.
Oh, here we go. I think he's setting him up for the move. Check this out, dog.
Fatu looking for the boots.
Oh, all right.
Do we still have the champion to cover? And
That's 3.
Fatu
All right.
retains. Unbelievable.
I thought you told me this match was longer. I think you told me it was like 15
It
minutes.
was 15 minutes long, but I guess they put some ads in the front of it too that we skipped.
The greatest championship reign
Maybe you thought maybe the video was 15 minutes long.
in the history of MLW.
They had like this lawyer dude in the front that was talking.
It took the flagpole. It
That was a good little match. If they wanted to get 10 minutes out of it, they did a damn good job getting it 10 minutes, almost on the dot.
They got a nice belt too.
Yeah, they do have a really nice belt.
They made Tankman look strong too.
That was that was a solid match. I feel like it was one of those things. Now I don't know how much more they can do. You know,
Yeah.
like was that their limit? Because I mean, this was a world title match, and you know, it was only 10 minutes, and you know, I don't know if they got either one of those guys got more in the tank, but I like what I saw.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. Calvin Tankman, he is definitely a future star. I know eventually I would imagine WWE or AEW is going to be calling.
Fatu?
Well, yes, but Calvin Tankman.
Yeah.
You get another year or two under his belt.
Yeah, I think he needs to. Of course, they got they got a guy like Keith Lee who's a pretty big boy, and I don't know if because you know how WWE is. You got to have a look. So
we need to get Court Bauer on the show. He's the owner of MLW.
Mm-hmm. That would be and I tell you what, if you can somehow get him on the show, I'd be quite impressed.
Challenge accepted.
I just feel like hey, well, you never know. I guess we could get those guys on.
I might have to get Bryce Boudreaux on that.
Yeah, our buddy Bryce Boudreaux. Well, to get Bryce on here too. Bryce is, I'm sure, got a lot to. We've been gone for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and a lot has happened in the wrestling world since we've been gone, and a lot of things have happened to Bryce Boudreaux since we've been gone too. He's moved his way up into the wrestling world as an announcer, so that's a pretty cool gig.
And over here locally in Lake Charles, he has his own wrestling show.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Championship Wrestling Gulf Coast. So I asked him the other day because a lot of his guys wrestle on AEW Dark, and some of them end up wrestling on Dynamite as well, like Danny Limelight. And so I asked him, "Yo, could you send some of your dudes our way for interviews?" And he said, "I got you."
Sweet, that'd be
that'd
awesome. I'm gonna have to watch some. We have to watch. I watched part of the wrestling show that they film. I guess. Well, they film it in New Orleans, I think, but they play it here on TV locally. And I watched some of it the other night. I was looking for Bryce, but I think he only shows up like a couple of times in the actual show. And it's like a 30-minute or an hour show, I think.
It's an hour show, yeah.
Okay, so it's only an hour, but Bryce, Bryce isn't the main attraction on the show. He's just what you call the host.
Yeah.
But even then, he kind of pops up at the beginning and here and there, and I think at the end. I think he said he's like, I only show up, for a little bit, but he's there. So
right. Well, Patrick, I think it was a successful show. We didn't have that many bugs to work out.
No, not really, not at all. The only bug is in the chat. I was testing out the chat. The only bug that I noticed is that I went into the Twitter chat and tried to put test, but
that's right.
It never popped up from Twitter. It popped up from everything else: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, but not Twitter.
That's right. I'm going through them. Hopefully we can get some people to comment on the show.
Yeah, for anybody out there that decides to watch this, like our page if you haven't. Shoot us some messages. Let us know what you want to, what you want us to talk about. We'll take anything. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, as long as it's relevant to the world of pro wrestling. We'll talk about it. Yeah, certainly.
Speaking of our social media, I think the cool thing that we're doing is that our Twitter and our Facebook news feeds aren't the same. So you're not going to get, if you're friends with us on Facebook, you're not going to get the same stuff on Twitter because, for the most part, I essentially handle Facebook and Patrick handles Twitter for us. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different things. If you're on both of those apps, make sure you check us out and follow us because you're going to get two totally different content on both of those apps.
Yep, variety. I mean, now when I use Twitter, I don't really actually tweet things. I retweet other things that are, relevant in the world of pro wrestling that I see. And, sometimes I might be on it for a little bit in the afternoon or a little bit in the morning. I'm not on it all day, every day. But, hey, when I'm on there, I'm retweeting stuff. So feel free to shoot us something on Twitter, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as it's relevant to pro wrestling, it doesn't matter. We want to hear what you guys want to talk about, and we want to get you guys involved in the conversation too as well. So certainly we want to hear from you. So hit us up, any of our social medias. Our Facebook has a link to all of our social medias. Go like us on Facebook. That's the central hub, I guess, as you like to call it. Yeah. There, David. The central hub of the where you can find all our information. So go check us out there. Right. And tomorrow we're back at it.
We're going to also start. It's not going to be like a schedule type thing, but we'll definitely let you know before we go live. But we're going to start gaming on YouTube and Twitch too. So, Patrick, if you ever want to log in to the Twitch stream and do some live gameplay, get after it. But me and Elijah are going to get on there and do some wrestling games and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. I wish I had more wrestling games. I got I think I got like WWE 2K18. They did release a trailer during WrestleMania for WWE 2K22. So when that comes out, hopefully it works better than the last game. But I would love to get my hands on that and play some of that. Like I said, hopefully it's better than the last game. I know the last game they had lots of problems, lots of glitches, and a lot of people were complaining online about it. So looking forward to hopefully 2K redeeming themselves and making a much better game this time around. And then, of course, in the near future, well, I wouldn't say the near future, but at some point, AEW is coming out with a video game. So
yes,
I'm really looking forward to that AEW video game whenever it comes out. So certainly, if I can get my hands on some better wrestling games and whatnot, I'll definitely jump on there and start doing some streaming on Twitch, doing some wrestling video game content.
And you can also do some like emulator stuff too, like with your MacBook.
Oh, okay.
You can do like some emulator stuff.
Hopefully
and
my
do
MacBook
like
can
some
take
retro
that.
games. Like we bought a PS3 a while back so that we can play the NCAA games.
Yeah.
And so I'm fixing to order because you can get tons of PS2 and PS3 games on eBay for so cheap. I'm about to order the Impact Wrestling game from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
We already got some WWE games. I'm going to get some WCW games.
Oh man, that's
So we're going
awesome.
to play kind of like some retro type wrestling games too.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, some people will say, even on like the Nintendo 64, somebody was saying the other day it was WCW NWO Revenge, I think was the name of the game. They were talking about that being one of the goats of pro wrestling video games, at least on the 64. So, doing stuff like that. And I got a 64, but I don't know if it works anymore. I have.
Oh, you got to check that out then.
Yeah, I tried to check it out not too long ago, but Brinkman might be buying it from me if it works. So
dang it,
Brinkman. So he'll have it. But for that game, for that console, I have a WWF at the time, WrestleMania 2000, and also WWF No Mercy, which was a little bit better than WrestleMania 2000 in my opinion. But both games, I mean, I played WrestleMania 2000 so much. I could the countless hours of playing that game. That was good times. It brings me back.
Well, you know what? If Brink buys that one, or if it doesn't work, Game Exchange has a new location. You know how they got effed up from Hurricane Laura?
I know where their new location is. It's right down the road. It's on the corner.
T-Mobile.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I passed it the other day and I was like, hey, look, they moved down the street. So
I'm pretty sure you can get a 64 probably for like $40-$50.
Maybe so, but we'll see. Well, I gotta see because I didn't have my original power source with it, and I tried to use another power source from my girlfriend's brother's 64, and it wouldn't come on. So I'm gonna try and use my my original power source, and hopefully it'll work. Because I mean, I tell you what, out of any console I've ever had, like my 64 was one that probably got the most hours played on it.
Yeah. So that'd be dope if we can get some. Oh, speaking of, just to show you how legit it is, your boy went online today. Let's see if I can get that.
What does that say?
Your boy went online today, and I reinstated Lake Area Media LLC.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was done with it when we quit. I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to do anything else with the whole biz. Might as well just not pay this yearly fee. So got it reinstated.
Sweet. So we're under an LLC now? How about that?
Yeah. So if anybody wants to sue us, you ain't getting nothing.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to have.
Heck yeah. All right, Patrick. So we'll go ahead and log out, brother. Good live
man, this
stream.
was great. I think everything worked good. Everything went fine, and we're ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. Episode number 94, the first one in. Let's see if I can do the math here real quick. And then 9. Let's see, 12, 15, 19 months, approximately. about 19 months.
Yeah.
Since our last episode. The next one's back tomorrow.
It's flown
Thursday.
by. It doesn't feel like 19 months.
Well, it's been a crazy 19 months. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly tomorrow, Thursday, April 15th, 6:00 Central Time. Y'all come join us, and we're gonna be, talking some pro wrestling. So tune in.
All right, dog. We'll see you tomorrow. For Patrick Fry, I'm David Boston. We're out.